Hello friends, it's Astro here and welcome back to Prison Architect. That's right, we're in the Gulag, where things are going well at the moment. We just got $1,000 for bringing in some fresh prisoners, which is great. We've got some visitors coming in, which is great. We've got 5 prisoners up for parole, which is really great. And I always like to see prisoners get shuffled out, especially people like this jerk. How you doing, buddy? What's your grading here? Chance of reoffending, 22%. I don't think you're getting out today. Dean, how about you? 36%. You're not getting out. Wilson, 8%. You're probably going to be okay. And what about this guy? 39. Okay, so I anticipate that most of these guys aren't going to get out today. Maybe Wilson. But the rest of them, no chance. You know, you've got to keep an eye on recidivism. It's something that you don't generally want to see. When you release people from prison, you want them to just, you know, become productive members of society, which, as far as I understand, is pretty freaking difficult because, well, you know, it's not exactly a good thing to have on your resume, basically. Oh, so what were you doing for the last 5 years? Well, I was making license plates. Oh, really? I wasn't aware that there was a place in town that did that. Yes, it's the big one with the sniper nests around it. Up on the end of the Maple Boulevard. Anyway, so here we are. Let's lock this door open for now. That can stay there, I think. That can stay there. We can use that later on as a sort of lockdown security system. But for the time being, yeah, we'll just leave that where it is. And this monstrous room is going to be the workshop, which I'm pretty excited about, honestly. I'm very excited to get this room up and running. So let's have some regular old doors going into this, and we're going to need to be fairly particular about how we plan this room out. And what we do with it. So let's populate the whole damn thing right away, because it is definitely a thing that we are going to do. So minimum size 5x5, satisfied. Objects, lighting. Let's put the lighting in with the items that we want to have. We need a saw, a press, and a table. We also need to think about getting a carpenter's table as well. So workshop, saw. I guess here. Workshop press here. Table. Oh yeah, that should be good. Right there. Cool. And then lights wise, we're going to have a light here and one here. Now, power is going to be an interesting and tricky situation in here because it's going to have to run down our row of these things, and then we can just pipe it straight up into here and tap into the same system as this. We may need to sever this connection and give it its own power supply at some point because this may get overloaded with the addition of all these workshop components. But for now, we'll just leave it to do its thing. Now, I can hear that there's some biffing going on. There has been another death. This is starting to become a problem now. Even though we have some guards standing guard in here, we have now lost... Wait. Before you take him away, let me see him. No, he's just unconscious. Where's the dead guy? Is it this guy? Yes. Killed for being a snitch. Son of Sanic. Oh, it's a green text. Be me. Just hack government website.jpg. My reaction when forgot to go incognito. Oh, dear me. Nice work, dude. Whoever you are, wherever you are in the world, thank you. I hope you realise that that gave me a chortle. Ah, lovely. God, I love shit like that. That's why I love this game. The community that was built around this game makes this game just so great. And the mods. No, wait. Yeah, there are mods. Are there mods? I've never even bothered to look at mods for this. I'm quite comfortable with just the regular standardy, you know, let's do it this way sort of bits. What was I talking about? Where were we? Right, murdering. Okay. Murdering we'll get to. Murdering is something that we need to fix. Definitely. But I think that the most important thing that we need to do is to get our workshop online and start churning in some happy fun bucks. And then we can look at using that cash to deploy armed guards, because I need a bunch of armed guards and dogs and shit floating around in this prison to keep people under control. And in the prison is a place where being under control, sorry, in the canteen is a place where being under control is pretty super necessary, right? Because everyone's got knives and forks and shit. They'll all be like, you know, spooning each other to death. What? No, never mind. Right, workshop. Let's make some money. Objects. I want to have some carpenter's tables as well. And I'll just nestle them down here for the time being. And we'll pop some lights in for them. They don't actually need any power. They can just sort of, you know, be here. I've just figured if you turn your head 90 degrees to the left, it looks like it's very happy, that table, which I love. It's like 3 very happy tables. Right, so the excess wood that we have floating around, we should be able to use to make some superior beds and sell them for a good wicket. I'm not sure how much the license plates actually make us, but that's fine. We are also going to need to have, in work hours, a guard deployed, and we'll have 2 deployed in here. And then in logistics, 30 jobs qualified. Ah, shit, we do need to educate them. Piss. Okay, well, let's get 2 rows of prisoners in there as well. Actually, hang on. Let's just clean these out. Oh, you can't hold it. That sucks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ah, 10 actually seems to be a good number to be assigned to the laundry. Or at least it's fully populated. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if our needs for clothing, which is currently really good actually, we'll see if that can be, you know, fixed up. We can fix that and tune that and doobly-doo. Now, the workshop, it's looking fine at the moment. We've got 2 saws and like a workshop saw and a workshop press set up and ready to go. We've got these guys down here set up and ready to go. I think this is about the time when we should pop in a couple of metal detectors. I think this is going to be kind of necessary. We'll just have them here, and then I think while we're doing this, we may as well pop a couple here as well, just to keep things, you know, keep it simple, keep it safe, secret, blah, blah, blah. So we'll hook these ones. Yeah, we'll hook them up to this same circuit, and then these ones down here, they can be hooked up to the same circuit this way. That's potentially going to cause some problems with crisscrossing cabling, but I really don't care about that. And utilities-wise, we've got a bunch of extra capacitors here, so we'll just preempt the spike in power that that's going to create. And that should do that. Now, what is required for programs workshop safety induction? Requires a foreman in a workshop. It takes 2 hours. Each prisoner requires a working saw. Voluntary, practical, easy. So let's start that. We'll have 2 of... Shit. Okay, so we'll have 2 of those. 1 at each end of the day. We'll just double check that. Workshop safety. Okay, so we'll have 1 there and 1 there. The kitchen training course seems to have disappeared since the kitchen was burned up, so let's do that again. So we'll have 2 kitchen safety as well. Edit that. And then we'll move these so that they're offset. So if someone wants to go to both training courses because they can't decide where they want to work and their career counselor is weak and can't tell them what to do, then I'm totally cool with that. That's fine. Carpentry apprenticeship. You know what? Let's do carpentry as well. And treatment of behavioral therapy. Let's have 1 of those. Alcoholics group therapy. That's probably going to be a good one. Let's do that as well. And spiritual guidance, probably nice at some point. All right, let's see how this all schedules out. So workshop, carpentry, good. Kitchen, we'll just move those up to the top there. Behavioral therapy can go there. And then alcoholics group therapy doesn't seem to be a scheduled thing. I assume that happens during free time or, no equipment. What does this require? Each prisoner requires a chair. Aha. Have you guys installed... Oh dear. Oh dear. That's kind of a problem, guys. Alright, hang on. We got this. Well, let's just put on 1 more capacitor there. And that should just at least get it away from this super high bad time, happy fun time level. And I guess we'll just have to sort of be wary that... there's no being wary about it, is there? We need to separate the power for the workshop. Yep. Yep, we do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that. We'll do another another brick building down here. Should we have it tucked into here? I kind of feel like that'd be nice. We might have to move that fence a little bit, though. Or do we just have... I'll tell you what. We'll just pop it down here now. And then it's going to have a door on it so we can get into it, obviously. And let's look at severing this power. So I told you this is going to be required. So we'll just sever that there. Actually, we'll just delete this entire string. Because I don't think there's anything that requires connection there, so that's fine. Whoops. And then utilities are going to connect over to here. Right, so these can be on their very own circuit. We just need to be careful not to connect it through this way. But that's okay. We should get around to that. Cool. Now, while these boys are taking care of that, let's have a look at this here common room. Because these benches are apparently not good enough for the group therapy session. So we're just going to replace those with some chairs, and we'll just plonk them in like this, and then like this, and that way the prisoners can all just sort of sit there and do what they need to do. Good. So that's queued up. This is queued up. We're going to need another utilities. Power station. Wow, $5,000. We're really getting towards the bottom of our cash here. And we'll dismantle a couple of these, shall we? Let's see. One. We'll just dismantle the one for now. How's this power station doing? Oh, it's totally fine. Oh, nothing to worry about there. As this kitchen gets further and further populated, though, it might change. But for now, it's doing quite well. Okay, so we'll let the boys get to work on preparing this power station. Oh, wow, they're bringing it in already. That's pretty awesome. And I was considering rebuilding the fence out and around these two. I may do, but it's kind of nice, actually, having this so that it's not within the prison walls. The only thing I will need to do, now that I think about it, is go into deployment and make it staff only. That's staff only as well. Good. And that staff only. Yep. Okay. Cool. Cool. Visitation. Yep. Okay. Good. Great. Okay. So, that's been taken care of. We are currently way down in the hole. Well, not way down in the hole, but we are not doing super great for cash monies. This is probably going to be the next easiest thing for us to take care of so we can get some cash in here. So while the guys finish off this, let's go and plan out the finishing touches for our armory. And then, I mean, we're going to have to hire the dudes, which isn't great because, well, we need to then hire the dudes. But, look, we're going to have to do it, right? It's something that has to be done. So, the armory can go into here. Holy dooly, it's massive. I mean, it's probably too massive. But I guess we can keep this sort of set up with, like, heaps of weapon racks. And I think they all need a guard locker. But yeah, I assume that that's going to be fairly useful down the track. But I guess we'll find out, right? So guard lockers, we'll have, we'll start off with a row of guard lockers at the back. And then weapons racks will just have insufficient funds to buy any more of those weapons racks because, holy dooly, I didn't realize quite how expensive they were. Can we cancel a couple? We've probably already purchased them, obviously, so it doesn't matter if we cancel them or not. Right, well, I guess we only get one weapons rack, and we need a table as well, which can go, oh, look, perfectly, right down at the bottom there. Excellent. So that takes care of the requirements. Now, uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, shit. Shit. Shake down. Right. Well, that's a bit silly of me. What was I saying? Oh, I'm going to make an escape-proof prison. Oh. Evidently, I did not make an escape-proof prison because someone has managed to get out through a hole in the fence. Because, I mean, the distance to that fence is not really great. So, I've only got myself to blame for this. But that's fine. It just means that now we need... Oh, God almighty. Well, honestly, now we need to consider getting a perimeter fence. And that's not an easy thing, really. It's very expensive, and it's going to take me quite some time to get it. But, oh my God, everyone's got a rope. Look at all this stuff. 10 people have got jail keys. And batons and clubs and things. Jeepers creepers. 4 knives? I don't really care about the SIGs, but the rest of this is pretty bad, man. Pretty bad indeed. And a saw. I mean, Gordon Bennett. Okay. Well, I'm not thrilled about how this has all gone down. Let's see if we can figure out first of all, staff-wise, we need 2 armed guards, of which we can afford 1. And we need 2 dog handlers, of which we can probably afford 0. How much are they? $500 a throw? Right. So, we don't have enough money to complete this to get us the money that we need. So, we're kind of boned. At least we have 1 armed guard. So, let's go into deployment here. And we'll go an armed patrol. And I want that to be during... what? Mealtime? Right down the center of this. Right? Boom. Schedule 2 only. Good. And then when you're finished there, you can move out to here. And just patrol back and forth through there. And then during work time, I want you to patrol about here. Good. So he's just going to shuffle about, and then when it's bedtime, he can go and have a break. So he'll not have anything scheduled in for break time. Is this... Oh, I see. Alright, let's get this workshop finished off. And then we'll call it a day. I can't afford it. Oh my God almighty. This is bad. And I'm only at $221 per day in. I might have to... What am I going to have to do to get around this? I really need to be selling stuff. Honestly. That's the ideal goal here, is to be selling workshop items. Like carpenter's tables and that sort of stuff. but I don't have the wherewithal to be able to run, to sell all that sort of stuff. Why does that say no equipment? Chair, students sit, right? Common room, yes. We got the chairs. Alright, well, stop it then. And then start it again. And now you're fine. Okay, right, whatever. Where did that go? Alcoholics group, right, so he's going to do a behavioural therapy. I'll tell you what, we'll give him a break. We'll move the alcoholics group therapy down to the evening. Right, so our chum, the psychologist, can do one here, and then one down here at the bottom, which is good. And infirmary, I think that's pharmacological treatment of drugs. Yes, so let's have one of those as well. Right, that can go there. Do I need to rethink this? Because each of these is costing me money. But I want to start working on this so that these guys become better, more productive inmates and less stabby. How's this going to go now? Switch on. Still too much. It's still too much power. My God almighty. Alright, well, the quest for power now continues. It's going to be our next step is to get this power station up and running, get a few more workshop saws, because that seems to be the critical item to getting this workshop running with lots of people in it, and I really want it to be full of dudes. That's the ideal goal. I want everyone in this prison put to work, making stuff in the workshop that I can then sell for exorbitant amounts of money. But that's going to happen next time, because we've run out of time for today. If you've got any suggestions on how to battle my horrible money situation, do let me know. But in the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm very glad that you joined me. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. See you guys. Bye.